Okay, so it's POK. It is me here, 8/5/2015, 256. I actually made this video once before, but I either didn't post it or it got removed. This is to show how the left alters the perception and lies basically to get their agenda across, especially on firearms. What I mean by this is you always hear this statistic from anti-gun people about other civilized countries don't have the murder rate that we have because of guns and this and that. I'm going to show you a few things here, and like I said, as usual with my videos, this kind of bounces all over the place. But I'm going to show you some of the stuff I was looking at here. So we're going to go up here, and I started off with FBI.gov, and I did my original search, FBI.gov gun crimes, right here. So this is different crime rates, and I was not able to figure out the statistics on this, what the corresponding geographical area here is, but I'm going to bounce around here a little bit. This right here is offenses known to law enforcement, and this listed by state, okay? And then we go over here to the states, and you can see robberies, firearms, and this is the offenses. So if somebody was if there was a knife or cutting instrument used in some kind of a thing, or a gun used, or some other weapon, or strong arm robbery, firearms, total robberies, and in some of these would be considered in the total robberies. So you'd add all these together, and this is the total. So you add these together, and this is the total robberies. This is just robberies by state. And as you can see, California lists pretty high up there for total robberies. Okay, so they're an anti-gun state, but they list really high up for total robberies. Okay, and let's see, that's robberies. I'm sure you could find death here. Let's try Missouri. Let's look for Missouri. Here's Missouri. 5,000 robberies. Okay, now here's what I wanted to show you. This is from the Brady campaign here. Law Center to Prevent Gun Violence. Okay, this is specifically relating to guns, and I did a little extra research on this here. Right here, blue states, right here, right in this, the top 10 states with the lowest gun death rate, okay? And then the top 10 states with the highest gun death rate are the orange ones. Now, here's what's funny. Missouri here, we've been having a killing pretty much every single night, okay, since the beginning of 2015, okay? And we're listed as not even in the bottom 10, okay? And they're trying to associate here guns with gun death rate, and it makes sense to a point, but here's the problem with this. I was doing a little additional research here for this, and so California lists an A negative as lowest gun death rate. But then you go right over here, and just on robberies alone, California is one of the top, you know? And then we'll go down to New York here. New York, 8,000, okay? Of course, this also relates to population. Let's see here. Let's try New Hampshire. And New Hampshire's pretty low, but that's because a lot of fucking rich people live up there. You know, so you can look at some of these, and I'll try to include some of these links here. But the Brady campaign flat out lies about stuff. Here's violent, and this right here is FBI news stories. This shows that violent offenses and other stuff like that, and you can break it down into general areas here on the left, or right, that is. But as you can see here, violent crime has been going down since 2013. Estimated number of offenses, the crime rate going down. Again, here's another one. Property crime down. You know, that's just various things. But I'm going to show you, this is murder by relationship. Who gets killed by what? Wives are usually killed as a relationship to a person. If you're a wife, you're more likely to be killed. Also, acquaintances, you're more likely to be killed. But I wanted to show you some of the little tricks that the left does. Okay, one of the tricks the left does, I'm just going to jump to this one here because it annoys me. The left always likes to say, we have less gun crime than other countries because they don't have guns. So we're going to go back here and let me find out where that is. Gun crimes. Now here's something the left fails to tell you in that list. We have less gun crimes, or they say they always like to use Australia because Australia banned their weapons. And try to get this damn thing to move down here. Australia banned guns, and I've got another listing that shows. I think let me try to find that here. Yeah, this is it right here. So Australia banned people from having firearms, and they say they like to hold Australia up as a model area for no gun crime. Here's what the left always fails to tell you on this. They never figure in population, and that makes a real difference. Okay, I want to show you here. Here's the U.S. This is the population, 300 million. Okay, we take up let's see, 4.45% of the world, okay? And they always like to say, ooh, look at all the gun crime in the U.S. Okay, so there's USA, okay? 3,220,000, I think that is. Okay, so 3 million at least, okay? Population in the United States. Now you go down here to, I believe it was 51. Australia. They have 23 million. So you figure in the population, 23 million to, let's see here, that's 23 divided by 300. That's, well, I think I did that right. Or 300 divided by 23. That's 13%, okay? I believe if I got my calculations right. So there's 13% of the population of the United States here. What I'm trying to get at here is when the left figures in this stuff, and you guys can do the research on this. I'm fucking sick of it right now because it's just such an easy argument to just dismantle. There's 23 million people in Australia. There's 300 million in the U.S. So if you figure gun crime, and we'll go over here and look at this. This is Crime Prevention Research Center. I guess they were doing this by John Lott. We'll click on the different things here. This is homicide rates across all countries, and I'll try to get a little better picture of this. Let's see here. Where's Australia? United States will probably be. See, I can't even fucking read this. This is fucking annoying. But this listed by country, and there's United States, and there's Lebanon right here. So the red one's United States, and Lebanon is right here. So United States actually, homicide rate across all countries, United States actually rates pretty freaking low. And this is, fuck, I can't even see it there. I have to find out about that a little bit more. Let's go back. But here's what the left never figures in is the population. Whenever you figure out gun crimes by population or gun crimes by country, you have to figure in the population, because as you can see in this, let me go back here to the other one, more rapes before gun bans. Okay, as you can see in just this statistic here, Australia has 0.33% of the world population, and we have 4%. So they have, let's see here, they have well, basically what I came up with, 13% of the world's population. Okay, we have 4%. So 33, that's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So they have 1/12 the population of what we have in the United States. So whenever you figure in murder rates and stuff like that, you have to adjust that murder rate to 1/12 for Australia. I know this is a little bit long and drawn out, but this is the point I'm trying to make here. Is the left never figures in population when they add these things up. And there was a few others here. This is a listing, Violent Policy Center. Firearm death rates ranked in 2011. Now, of course, they have these listed as firearm death rates, but here's the problem. Again, they don't count in actual death rates. Where was the actual death rates? Well, that's just robberies here. They never figure in the actual amount of stuff. Yeah, sure, they've got firearm death rates that are lower, but they have firearm, they have death rates that are higher. Here, oh yeah, here's what I was looking at. So, on this lefty thing, Violence Policy Center, firearm death rates ranked by rate, 2011. Okay, so Missouri, they have us in number 14. Okay, and they have California down here as 40, close to the top 10 of non-firearm related death rates. Okay, so they have non-firearm related death rates. What about total death rates? So we go over here and we go to total death rates. This is crimes in the United States. Murder, look at this right here. Murder or non-indigent manslaughter, negligent manslaughter. And this is the total rate of murders by state. And as you see, I'm keeping it in the same bar. So we go down. There's Massachusetts. This is 2013, 2012. But let's go down here and we run into California. Where is Here's New York. Look at New York. 648. New York is an anti-gun state. And then we'll show you Missouri here. Wherever it is. There it is. Missouri. 371. Missouri is a gun state. Kansas is a gun state. Okay? So, more guns. Okay, now let's go down to California, which I think we already passed California because it looks like it's going in alphabetical order, or somewhat alphabetical order. We'll just go down here and see if we can find California because I forgot where California was. And you'll watch here when California rolls up here, wherever the hell California is. Of course, I'm not using Firefox, so I can't search by name. Here's California. Look at this. Wow. California, anti-gun state. Look at that. 2013, they had 1,746 murders. That's an anti-gun state. Here's Hawaii, 21. Okay? Well, 21 is really good, but then again, Hawaii, you got to again figure in population. Look at the population here. 38. 1,000. So 38 million, maybe. Yeah, I guess that'd be 38 million. And look at this. Alaska, 700,000. So I just want to look at this myself. 38 million here population, okay, for California. They have 1,700 death rate. So I want to go back up here to Missouri. I want to see what that says. And I'll include these links in here. There's Missouri. Missouri has 6 million and we have 371. So 6 million to 38 million, that's I don't know, like one fifth, and we have basically 1/5 the rate. So you know they don't figure in the frickin' death rates. I'm sorry I rambled on this a little bit, but here's gun rates. This is murder and homicide rates before and after gun bans, and this is from Crime Prevention Center. Again, I believe this is with John Lott, and you can look here, and this is homicide, rapes, offenses, violence. Here's a gun ban for Britain. After they ban guns, look at that. The fucking stuff skyrockets and barely even drops. Okay, so we'll go back here. And here's another one. This is England and Wales. And their gun ban began in around 2004 or something like that. And of course, there it goes, bounding up. Here's Ireland. And we'll try to murder rate. Here's where their gun ban starts. See here, gun ban goes into effect. Boom, fucking spikes. So they ban the guns, and look at this, just jumping. Here's Jamaica's murder rate, and there's where, let's see, murder rate data not available for 68. Basically, that's probably when they ban stuff, and look at that, just fucking goes ballistic. So I'll include a bunch of these freaking links here because I'm just freaking tired of talking. Here's DC. There's where their ban was instituted, and look at that, it just fucking jumps. And let's see what this one is. Changes in DC's murder rate relative to the other 48 largest cities. Wow, look at that, it jumped and just stays up after they ban guns. So like I said, I'll remember, whenever you're arguing with a lefty, always institute the population. The population does matter, you know. Murder rates, you have to figure in the population. You cannot figure in just they don't have guns, because when you, like I said, do some research on this and you'll figure out that the population is a really key factor in this. And when you have fucking Australia only having like 1/13 of our population, and then their murder rate is higher. Let's see here. It doesn't say murder rate here. This is just by age. But I'll include a bunch of these links here. And as usual, my damn videos went a little long-winded. And look at this. Gun ownership and homicide rate for countries covered by the Small Arms Survey. Well, here's USA, and here's the homicide rate, okay? Honduras, El Salvador. There's Jamaica again. Jamaica has a gun ban. Look at the killing in there. Guatemala, South Africa, Colombia, Brazil, Panama, Philippines, Paraguay, Uruguay. There's the United States. So we don't have, and we've got more firearms than anybody. Look at this. Firearms per 100 people. So for 90,000 people, or is that 90 million? I'm not sure. We have a lower freaking rate. More guns, less rate. Look at this here. Homicide rates for developed countries. Now see, here it is again. Homicide rates for developed countries. Are they figuring in the population? No, they're not. Let's see, where's the population here? See, here's the population. But these people are all real strict on guns. And then we have a whole bunch of guns, and look at this. You know, it's all a little interesting. So I'll add some of these links here. Gun ownership and homicide rates for all developed countries. So again, United States has more guns, less homicide rate. What can U.S. learn from other countries' gun ownership? You know, just various little things. Almost everything you say says that more guns equals a nicer country. So I'm going to stop that there because I ranted on for too much. But remember, always figure in population to these idiots who say these other countries have less gun death rates.